Welcome to this channel. My name is Alex, and in this video I want to talk about some of my experiences I had when I made a vacation with a friend in the Netherlands. And what I want to talk about is how my relationship with weed changed while or because I was practicing meditation. So the story begins with me traveling to Amsterdam alone because my friend and I, we just had separate trips to Amsterdam, and I was there like half a day earlier, so I was spending the night in Amsterdam, and then I met him on the next day, and then we continued our journey to the east coast of the Netherlands, and with our destiny being a small village at the sea and a camping place. So when I was in Amsterdam, I seized the opportunity and bought myself some weed, like 5 grams. So I bought a little bit of weed that I could smoke there while I was in Amsterdam. And then I wanted to have some weed for our, approximately 2 weeks we spent at the sea. And at that time, it was 2 years ago. And even the time, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, like when I finished school, I definitely smoked weed more than occasionally or quite often because I had some friends who were really into it and were really smoking a lot. And so when I met them, I mostly smoked with them. But it was never like I bought myself a lot of weed or that I had a lot of weed at home. I was more like a social smoker, you might say. So I very rarely smoked alone. So then I was in Amsterdam, I bought myself some weed. Then on the next day, my friend and I, we continued our journey. And then, we spent like 2 weeks at the sea. And during these 2 weeks, we were both practicing meditation together. I was practicing meditation even before that, and I think my friend did too, but we just said, okay, if we're going to be there together, then let's do it together and meditate. I was working on my first video at that time, and he was preparing himself for studying philosophy. So we were also talking quite a lot about all different kinds of topics and philosophical point of views. And then when we were there, I smoked weed like not that often because my friend wasn't smoking and he's not like the biggest fan of weed. But I smoked basically like every evening, maybe twice a day. And then when the days went on or the days went by, I suddenly noticed this change inside of me or this shift inside of me from being like, oh yes, I have some weed, now I can smoke. Because at that time and before our vacation, when I had some weed, I couldn't really stop myself from smoking it. Like having, I don't know, candy bars or chips laying somewhere inside of your room. Like it's really difficult to hold yourself back, at least for me. And what I noticed was that this need or this longing to smoke, it kind of just went away. And then there were days where I didn't even want to smoke. And that was really weird for me because like I say, normally it would be the opposite. Normally I would smoke like as much as I can until like all of the weed was gone. But at that time, yeah, it didn't feel like that. And maybe you know Sadhguru, he always talks about this shift from compulsiveness to consciousness, or to living consciously. And for me, it felt like that at that time. I, yeah, I felt like so at peace or relaxed, just aligned with myself, that I noticed, or I felt like, yeah, I actually don't need this right now. I actually don't need to be high all the time. I mean, I wasn't high all the time because I didn't smoke all the time, but I don't need this every day. And yeah, that was very powerful. And that was one of the first times where I really noticed how meditation like is yeah, supporting this way of living, or how the meditation created this way of living for me. Because I noticed the more we meditated, the more I didn't have this compulsiveness towards the weed. And we were meditating like half an hour a day, maybe 1 hour a day, once or twice a day. Yeah. And something in general with my life is that I've seen like the same movement or thing happening in my life in general, that now I'm practicing meditation basically every day and very regular and consistently. And now I no longer fall into this state of mind where I'm craving weed a lot, where I'm abusing weed, where I'm taking too much of it. And now I just very rarely smoke it. And if I smoke it, then I don't smoke too much. And then in the days afterwards, I'm not like, oh my God, I need to smoke again. And I'm not anxious or irritated by it. I'm just very collected and unaffected by the weed and by the longing for weed. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today in this video, this little story, and yeah, the role meditation played on this vacation for me and even in my whole life right now. And yeah, if you liked the video, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to see some more videos about meditation, or just or just look at some of my other videos. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and take care.